Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris and this reading is for the general collective of the twin flame soul connections out there. It will not be for everyone watching, so if it resonates with you, please comment below. And if not, be sure to check my channel for other messages you need to hear. And remember, time, energy, and gender are fluid. Feel free to reverse roles however they apply to you. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel, and tap the notification bell so you don't miss future readings. So first off, thank you so much to all of my new and returning subscribers. I love you guys. Thank you for the comments, for the messages, the private readings, and just your support in general. It is so appreciated. And for those of you who are new to my channel, please check the description box below to find my social media links, my website, and also a link to my new channel, Woo Works LLC, where I will be doing things like guided meditations coming this fall. So if you enjoy that kind of content, please click over and subscribe and share with someone else who has the same interests. So this is going to be a Love Messages from the 5D edition, where we will be looking into the energy of none other than Divine Masculine. So this reading is intended to pick up on their situation, their energy, on what they're thinking and feeling, as well as what they're wanting you to know. So if you are resonating with the twin flame journey and you feel as if you're in separation from your person, this reading could be for you. But it is important to keep in mind that if you're connecting with your true twin flame, that you are never actually separate from them, okay? Do not get caught up in the social constructs of your flesh prison, which is really easy to do, okay? Your twin flame is you, and you are your twin flame. As within, so without. So remember that if you're in separation, not to allow these tarot readings to take you away like Gone with the Wind, okay? These are meant for your spiritual growth, to propel you into your ascension and discovery of your highest self. We all have divine masculine and feminine energy within us, and the point of these journeys is to find that balance and become whole and complete with or without someone standing by our side, okay? There are lessons and soul growth that need to take place on these twin flame journeys. And so it is also important to remember, sorry about the upcoming rant, but it is also important to remember that if you are connecting with your true twin flame, that this person is not going to ever purposefully, intentionally abuse you, manipulate you, hurt you, hold you down, or make you feel as if you have no value. That is a karmic partner, okay? That is an abuser. So don't get it twisted. If you guys feel as if you are connecting to the twin flame journey, then remember that it's not about the twin flame obsession, okay? I feel as if a lot of people now are getting caught up in the trend of twin flames, and they're so focused on finding the one that they tend to explain away abuse and stay in situations that are actually karmic. So as we move into eclipse season and retrograde season, those type of relationships are going to be exposed, especially with Mercury retrograde, the planet of communication, also the planet that rules Gemini, which now we're in Gemini season. We've got Mercury and Venus in Gemini, and communication is just simply going to be highlighted. And we're not talking about communicating bullshit. We're talking about communicating our highest truth here. So whether you are resonating with the divine masculine or the divine feminine energy, remember that these roles can reverse depending on where you are in your journey. So again, take what resonates with your spirit and do not force the storylines to fit. Leave the rest behind for someone else, as there will be lots of messages coming in since I am trying to connect with the collective of divine masculine. So let's get into it and see what we've got. I'll be using the Heavenly Bodies astrology deck to find the general energy. So we've got Libra, consideration, fairness, and harmony. So as we approach this chaotic energy, a part of the transformation that's going to be happening is finding balance and harmony and fairness, and bringing that into our lives, okay? Libra is the scales, it's justice, it's truth, it's clarity, and that is exactly what's going to be happening, okay? I think that this divine masculine, or this collective of divine masculines, is currently starting to gain balance over their environment, over their relationships and partnerships, as Libra does rule the 7th house. house. And so I do feel very strongly like this masculine is getting on track and starting to become more considerate over perhaps maybe how they've treated the divine masculine, or excuse me, feminine unfairly in the past, or even how they've treated themselves unfairly in the past. Libra is also the energy of like perfectionism in a sense. And so maybe your masculine has been struggling with balancing these scales for a really long time and trying to find harmony in a situation that they're not supposed to be in, okay? And so I think they're starting to come to that conclusion. They're starting to recognize, again, unfairness of the past, and those things are being highlighted as we approach this chaotic time, okay? And then bottom of the deck, we've got House 12. So House 12 is spirituality, transcendence, karma, sacrificial service, and healing. So the energy of Pluto, which is also retrograde currently. So more death and transformation. I really feel as if in the recent past, your masculine has learned a lot of lessons when it comes to their own spirituality. Perhaps, as you can see, we've got the moon here as well. There's an energy of uncovering their true feelings, right? Transcending space and time, even transmuting dark and negative energy, shedding away things that no longer serve them, and allowing themselves to be open to a rebirth, okay? Experiencing lots of karmic cycles maybe closing, and understanding where they've made a lot of sacrifices in the past in these situations in which they've continued to stay stuck in. And now they understand that it's a time to, again, find balance and healing, and come to a place of understanding with the feminine, okay? So very interesting way to start the reading. And of course, I will be using the Friends Tarot, and we will be looking into this divine masculine's situation. So what's going on in their current environment? What is the situation for this collective of divine masculines? So we've got the Knight of Cups and the King of Wands. So I feel simply like what I just said. This person has presented their love and worn their heart on their sleeve, perhaps made romantic offers to connections in the past that didn't really sit well with their soul and their spirit, okay? I feel like there's almost this false start energy. As you can see, this horse is about to go into a kneeling position. So it's like your masculine has not been closed off to love, but I think that they're starting to understand where they've offered their love in unrealistic expectations to someone or something that isn't serving them, okay? The King of Wands rises up after that energy because I think, like I said, this divine masculine is starting to understand truly what it is that their soul calls for. The King of Wands is action oriented, someone who takes their goals and transmutes them into reality, okay? This is manifesting energy, it's power. And so I think that this divine masculine collective is starting to operate from a place of their soul growth, and again, those lessons and things that they've learned have kind of allowed this masculine to rise up in their passion and their power, okay? It's time to start balancing the scales of love in this situation that they're in. And if it's not working, then literally the King of Wands has no problems going in a different direction, okay? So let's go ahead and find out what they're thinking currently. And, also for some of you, this could symbolize, the divine masculine kind of rising up again in that power and understanding that they're needing to make an offer. Now, with the Knight of Cups not really being as evolved as the King, I do feel as if there's some level of maturing that this person is still going through when it comes to their expectations of what they're going to receive in return once they start offering their love in the physical. So let's see what's going on in their thoughts, what they're thinking about the divine feminine and this current situation. What is this divine masculine thinking? Wow. So first off, we've got the Queen of Wands, which is the true pair to the King of Wands, okay? We've also got the Three of Pentacles, which did come up in reverse. I feel as if this person definitely is thinking about you, Divine Feminine. They're thinking about the other half of their soul. They're thinking about the one person that has showed them the power that they possess. Okay, Queen of Wands, same thing. Charismatic, sexy, fun, fiery. Okay, goes after what they want. Someone who is into the witchy woo. Someone who is following their passion and purpose. Okay. As you can see with the Three of Pentacles here, this is that situation where Joey meets the chick in the play, and they like hate each other, but then they end up loving each other, but then they end up like walking away in the end, right? She leaves and goes to California and gets another job and leaves Joey behind. Now, what I see here is simply the energy of putting in the work into the physical, being aware that a new foundation needs to be set, understanding that perhaps they've been giving energy to parties in the past, like I said, that wasn't really resonating with their spirit. Now they're trying to figure out and come together in harmony with people, places, things that are balanced, that are stable, and that they can really truly build from. Okay, I also feel like in their knowing, they are aware that they want to work things out with you, Feminine. They want to start building something real and tangible in the 3D. And again, perhaps there could have been some sort of a third-party entanglement, as sometimes the Three of Pentacles can suggest that. But as this comes up in their conscious awareness, I think that they just simply cannot get their mind off of you, Feminine. They see you in this creative energy, and they recognize you as their soul's counterparts, okay? So very interesting energy. Let's find out what it is that's going on in their heart space. How are they currently feeling regarding this connection? Wow. So Three of Swords in reverse. This is a card of heartbreak, sorrow, third-party situations, like I said. So basically this person is feeling that heartbreak right now, okay? They're feeling the weight of everything that happened between the two of you. And again, most likely unintentional, but still, the communication was fucked up in the past. Betrayal, heartbreak, all of those things, they're feeling it, okay? They're becoming aware of who you truly are to them, Divine Feminine, and they are hurting, okay? They're also dealing with third-party situations. And since it came up in reverse, I'm truly feeling as if they are cutting this off, whatever this is. It's like three's a crowd. There's not enough room on this cake for these many swords. And so perhaps, again, this does involve communication. And I think in their heart, what they're wanting to do is communicate how they're feeling about this separation, okay? I'm feeling it too, is what I just heard. So let's find out what this person wants you to know. What does the Divine Masculine want their Feminine to know? Oh my gosh. So we've got Justice coming up again, Libra energy, and the High Priestess. So listen, this Divine Masculine wants you to know that everything is going to work out, okay? All is going to be right in the end. They intuitively are becoming connected with their own Divine Feminine energy, and I feel as if their secrets are being revealed. Okay, as you can see, we've got this light energy on top of the High Priestess. This simply shows that they are open to connecting to their own spirituality. They're open to gaining this balance between the two of you, and they want you to know that perhaps they're getting a divorce. This person wants to communicate with you and clear the air and balance the scales, okay? They're looking for harmony. They're wanting to close out karmic cycles, and they're wanting to make things right. They want you to know that they see you as this raw Divine Feminine energy. They know that you be knowing stuff, and they know that you're intuitively connecting to them and what they're going through, which is why you guys are right now mirroring one another. Okay, so justice is going to be served in this connection, and they know that you know that. Okay, I think right now is a really important time, like I said, as we are currently aligned with Pleiades and the Sun. I think there are a lot of messages and downloads that have been coming in for you and your Divine Masculine that are just making you aware to the situation in general. So see what's going on the bottom of the deck. We've got the World. Look at that. So major completions happening for this divine masculine. This is the end of the fool's journey. This is success. It's worldwide travel. And so as this comes up in their recent past, I truly feel as if they're completing major cycles to start new, okay? They want to make this romantic offer towards you, divine feminine, but the issue is that right now what they're doing is focusing on their soul growth, okay? That is important. In order for them to come forward, they need to gain this balance. They need to end any karmic cycles, and they need to address the feelings perhaps of the ramifications of their actions, of your actions, of just in general everything that went down between the two of you, and only you will know what that is. So I do feel as if both of you are kind of getting on the same page right now, and I do feel as if that this romantic offer is definitely coming. And we know that twin flames is not about romance, okay? I mean, it is and it can be, but it's not mainly about that. That's not the main goal here. And so as this person, this divine masculine, rounds off their ideas of what love truly means to them, I think that it's very enlightening for them. It's very empowering for them. And perhaps, like I said, divine feminine, you are the one that has allowed this person to see into their own depths and their own shadows and their own things that needed to be healed and fixed and balanced. And that is the point. So let's get a clarity card for their situation. Wow, so look at that. We've got the Fool, okay? And this is the Kawaii Tarot. The Fool energy comes up because they know that it's time to take a risk, okay? They know it's time to take a leap of faith and start anew with you, feminine. They're really anticipating this new beginning, and perhaps it does make them feel a little foolish. Perhaps they know that they made you look like a fool in the past, and perhaps, again, them extending their romantic offers to others, that is very highlighted for them right now. I think that they've been made to look foolish themselves, perhaps by karmic relationships and situationships that they've been stuck in. Now they're rising in their divine masculine energy, King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and starting to realize that they need to start fresh. They need to take this risk. So let's clarify their thoughts, and clarifying the Queen of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. So we've got the Chariot, Cancerian energy. So they also know that you've got the car running, feminine. They know that you are waiting to get this show on the road. You're waiting to get the car out of park, and you're just basically idling in your manifestations right now. I think that they're aware of the work that you're doing in the physical in trying to build your own foundation, but I think that they're also aware that the foundation could be much, much stronger if they were to just hurry up and get in the car and gain this balance, okay? And so the Chariot is also the energy of needing balance in order to move things forward. And so even though the momentum and the potential is there, this balance is still needed. So whether that's you, divine feminine, that still needs to obtain this balance before moving forward, or whether it's them or both of you, the Chariot shows up when things are about to move forward quickly. But remember, when you move forward quickly, it's important to stay in the specific energy of what you're trying to manifest. You don't just want to hurl yourself into something unknown without being prepared and without gaining that balance within yourself. So, kind of reminds me a little bit of the impending eclipse season that's about to hit us all in the face. So, let's clarify the Three of Swords. Let's clarify the Three of Swords. Where did it go? Okay, so we've got the Ten of Cups. Oh my gosh. So this is really what's on their heart, guys. They know that they broke your heart. They broke their own heart, breaking your heart, okay? Everyone's heart was broken, perhaps even the third party, okay? And so with the Ten of Cups coming in, to clarify the Three of Swords, this is reunion. It's emotional fulfillment. It's happiness. It's everything, right? It's having a family. It's having a life and being complete. okay? This is really what they're wanting with you, feminine. They want to reunite and turn this heartbreak into something amazing, okay? They don't want to put you through any of this any longer, and they definitely don't want to put themselves through it any longer. And I do think that separation has taken quite a toll on both sides. So the 10 of Cups popping up in their heart space, period, point blank, they want to reunite with you and finally have the happy ending that the two of you deserve, okay? And so let's clarify the Justice and the High Priestess energy. So we've got the 9 of Wands, the Temperance card, and the Page of Wands. So I feel like what this is saying is your person is just wanting you to know that they're doing their best right now, okay? They're fucking wounded. They're hurt. They're trudging along as the wounded warrior, but they're persevering anyway, okay? This person is definitely nearing the end of a very important life cycle, again, which is why the World shows up in the recent past. And I love how Monica is presenting the globe. It's like, here's your opportunity to create the life that you want. Are you going to take it, or are you going to drop the ball, Divine Masculine? They don't want to drop the ball, and they want you to know that. They know that this has been a long and arduous journey, but they continue to persevere anyways, and they're pushing towards the closing out of that cycle. They're tired of being hurt and taken advantage of by others, and they're tired of feeling as if all of the hard work that they're doing isn't getting them anywhere. They're ready to close this cycle, okay? And so also we've got Temperance. They want you to know that they are trusting in divine timing, that they're being very patient, and that they hope that you are also still being patient and trusting in this journey, okay? Temperance happens, and I love how Temperance is shown by the scales, okay? Another card of needing balance, but this is more so about a divinely guided connection, right? The angels and ancestors and guides working behind the scene to provide the alchemy necessary to bring you back together, okay? And so time and patience is definitely required. I think what this masculine wants to ask you is, will you be patient while I close out these tough cycles, okay? Right after Temperance, we have the Page of Wands. So Page of Wands is about that inspiration and creative ability, okay? This is someone who is ready to start fresh in a new and passionate way. This is the beginning of following your soul's calling. I also find this to be a messenger card, so I think that also this divine masculine wants you to know that as soon as they're done completing these major cycles, as long as you're able to stay patient with them and understand that they had to go through these things and gain this balance before coming back to you, that they do plan to communicate with you and explain all of the passion that they've been holding inside, okay? So let's go ahead and see what's on the bottom of the deck to clarify the world. And look at that, we've got the Magician. So I really feel as if this masculine has decided to create the world that they wish to see, okay? This masculine does not intend to drop the ball. As a matter of fact, what they've realized as they've risen up in the King of Wands energy is that they actually have always, okay, always and forever had this power to make this connection happen, okay? They've got all the tools. They know what their soul purpose is. They feel that passion. They know how to love. They want to communicate those feelings, okay? And they want to do so from a place of abundance. So I think that could also be something that has held this person back from seeing their potential, is perhaps putting too much energy into the physical world, and that might have been the cycle that needed to be closed out to begin with, okay? So let's go ahead and see what we have from the Elemental Oracle and what this Divine Masculine's challenge is as we approach eclipse and retrograde season. So we've got two challenges, okay? We've got dark matter, mystery, and we've got the equator, to make equal. So again, the challenge is finding that balance, okay? Finding the balance of their own dark and light and coming to a place of understanding within themselves, okay? It's like they know they need to meet you in the middle, feminine, but the issue right now is there's a lot going on around them that's very dark, okay? They're dealing with some dark things right now. Perhaps that is the struggle, is the mystery of not knowing what's going to happen as we approach this portal, this energy of eclipse and retrograde season. So as you can see, we've got the butterflies swirling around in this tornado like image, and one is covering this female's mouth, okay? And so perhaps there's an element of truth that needs to be spoken, and this masculine is trying to figure out how to speak their truth without absolutely shattering everything around them, okay? I think right now what they're struggling to do is hold on to the things in the physical, but also be standing up in their truth and their highest ascended selves. It's a struggle because they know what they need to do, okay? They've always known what they needed to do. It's the doing it that's the problem, okay? And so I do feel as if this masculine intends to speak their truth. They intend to resolve the mystery of the chaos that's swirling around them. It's going to require them to meet in the middle of that shadow and light within themselves, okay? And so as you can see, you know, we've got this woman standing in her light, and her shadow is pointing her to this ball, okay, of energy. So I think that also the challenge might be your person receiving downloads from their higher self and making them aware of all of this dark matter that needs to be uncovered and dealt with and healed, okay? Back to the whole spirituality and transcending and dealing with karma, self-sacrificing and healing, okay? That is the energy. Your divine masculine knows what they need to do. It's the doing it that's the issue. So let's get some affirmators from the Love and Relationships deck and see what Spirit would like you to know. See what the advice is regarding this situation. So we've got boundaries and pleasure. Interesting. So I claim my right to set healthy boundaries, and I allow others to do the same. Sometimes personal space is taken, and sometimes it's given. And sometimes, if you're on the subway, it's completely disregarded and shamelessly invaded. I guess it depends on the day, okay? So let's talk about this first. I think that what Spirit wants you to know right now is to ground yourself and stay connected to your boundaries, regardless of the chaotic energy swirling around you. This could also be your person finally putting boundaries up in their own environment, and instead of getting sucked into the dark matter, they're starting to transmute it, okay? I think that boundaries are absolutely necessary, okay? And again, the separation was a boundary in itself. Going through that space and that time really allowed both parties to see where they've actually been allowing their own boundaries to be disrespected, okay? And then also we've got pleasure. I give myself permission to feel pleasure, and I let that pleasure rush into my life in a decadent display of over-the-top abundance. Then I realized that pleasure has been waiting at my door for a long time. It's just that pleasure doesn't knock on doors because loud noises aren't super pleasant, okay? So I feel also as if this person is finally allowing themselves to do just that, okay? Experience love, pleasure, harmony, balance, where they weren't allowing themselves to do so before, okay? Perhaps they thought that by holding their boundaries and by allowing themselves to experience that pleasure, that they were going to be making too much noise. And so taking me back to this butterfly over the mouth, it's like this person has been waiting to speak their truth for a long time. But for some reason, maybe they felt guilty about feeling this pleasure. Maybe they felt shame over the boundaries in which they put up to someone that didn't need to have boundaries in the first place, okay? Instead of being open to the twin flame journey, they shut it out, okay? They put walls up and they demanded this space, okay? And again, while it was completely necessary in a form of soul growth, I think they're starting to realize that the divine feminine is who brings them this balance and pleasure, and that they've been putting up boundaries in all the wrong places, okay? So soul growth, putting up boundaries, allowing yourself to experience the harmony and pleasure of what you deserve, okay? And so that goes for both sides. Now is the time for you to bathe yourself in the things that make you feel that comfort and harmony and get into that energy of receiving, okay? So interesting. Let's go ahead and get some love messages from the 5D and see what this divine masculine would like to say to you. What do we have from this collective of divine masculines? Ooh. Okay, so let's get one more shuffle. Okay, so let's take a look at the bottom of the deck. I didn't tell you how I feel because I'm afraid of being vulnerable. I don't want to appear weak. So what did we say? This divine masculine has put up walls, has put up boundaries, because they don't want to look weak. They don't want to make too much noise. They don't want to cause a scene. Whatever it is and whatever this masculine has been hiding, they do want to tell you how they feel, okay? So also we've got a bunch of stuff down here. Let me get this organized real quick. So we've got, hearing your voice is enough to send chills through my body. Do you realize how easily you turn me on? So boom, King of Wands, King of Wands, King of Wands. This is someone who's passionate. This is also sexual energy. This person feels connected to you in a physical way that also calls to their soul, all right? So we've also got, I love you more than life itself. If this person is going through closing out karmic cycles, they might not really love life right now in general. So it's looking good, feminine. They love you more than life itself. We also have, you are the star of every single one of my fantasies. The thought of touching and kissing you is enough to drive me crazy. So back to that Page of Wands. Like I said, this person intends to communicate the passion and the desire that they feel for you and that they have felt for you all along. So this connection we share, it's nothing I've ever experienced before. Exactly. And so the reason your divine counterpart feels the need to keep quiet or stifle what it is that makes them feel happy is because they are used to the karmic partnerships. They're used to the abuse, the manipulation, the gaslighting, probably being made to feel as if they're crazy, okay? For wanting to leave if they've ever expressed those things before. And so, another big thing I feel like speaking on right now is it's really sad that the social construct of what men are expected to do and how they're expected to perform in life is just so twisted. And the fact of the matter is that men are abused just as much as women are, okay? And unfortunately, it goes unlooked and overseen because men are supposed to be manly and strong. And of course, the man triggered the arguments and all of these things. The abuse goes both ways, okay? So perhaps your masculine has dealt with these partnerships that have made him feel like love wasn't real, like love didn't exist. And now connecting with you, feminine, it's totally different. And it's unlike anything they've ever felt or experienced. We've also got, how could I not love you? You're all I've ever wanted and more. So coming to that realization, especially with the 10 of Cups in their heart space, realizing that they hurt the wrong one, realizing that all of this heartbreak and sadness could have been avoided had they just simply taken action on what it is that they knew from the start was meant for them, okay? We also have, I'm discovering things about myself I didn't even know was possible. Yes, rising up in that magician energy, okay? I'm realizing my greater purpose in life. So I love this, the rise of the masculine. So we've also got the running and chasing game is so exhausting. It's time to heal this connection. Exactly. And that's why the energy of Libra comes up multiple times in this reading. It's time to gain balance. It's time to heal. And it's time to bring justice to those who are not resonating with our spirit and our lives any longer. We've also got, I've had my fair share of unhealthy attachments, but with you, I have never felt more free. So yeah, feminine, we've talked about this. You are the one, the light that guides the masculine and sets them free into their spiritual awakening and ascension. And now they're just following the light that you provide, okay? And so again, I'm looking at this High Priestess energy. You are divinely connected, feminine, and they see that and they know that. And it makes them feel free. And finally, I should have fought for us, but I was afraid and I ran. I want to make things right. Ah, feminine. So this divine masculine is definitely feeling the consequences of their actions, feeling the heartbreak, understanding what they need to do in order to balance the scales of this connection, and being willing to finally communicate how it is that they are feeling. So let's get a rune. I have been working with runes recently and learning about several different things, and so I'm excited to get a closing message for you and see what it is. Wow, so we've got Othala. So this is about heritage, land of birth, and what is truly important to one, okay? I also put here ancestry, legacy, and fulfillment. So this is kind of the energy of the 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles combined. Remember, this is what was promised, okay? This is the promise that you made to each other before you came down to this earthly plane, before you descended as meat suits to learn these life lessons and experience this soul growth. The promise was the 10 of Cups. The promise was reunion, fulfillment, happiness, ancestry, legacy, okay? Family, love. And so as Libra, like I said, highlights the 7th house of partnerships and relationships, the closing message here is to get in that energy and allow yourself to be open to receiving everything that was promised, okay? Be open to it. Allow your divine masculine to come back and welcome them with open arms, okay? Because this is what you guys planned from the start. Okay, so hopefully this reading resonated with you. I know I got a little tongue-tied in there a couple times, but yeah, I've appreciated you guys so much on sticking with me throughout this journey. I love connecting with you, like I said, so please comment below if it resonates. Please feel free to share your story. If you don't feel comfortable sharing it publicly, as always, feel free to reach out to me. I love you guys so much, and I will be seeing you very soon for the full blood moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius collective reading and giveaway. So I love you guys, and I will see you soon. Bye.